Hey guys, welcome back to the Media Fusion Podcast. That's Andrew. I'm Alex. We're your hosts. And today we got a special episode for you guys. We're going to do our review on Predator Badlands, the latest film in the Predator franchise. Yeah, we are excited. But before we get on with that, guys, we're going to do a little quick recap of what we've been doing lately. Because we haven't posted a podcast episode in a couple of weeks. So I'll let my co-host Andrew take over real quick.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning back in. So I've been good, as Alex knows, he helped me move out, changed place, got my own apartment. It's pretty nice. Besides that, different media I've seen since our last review, just small things. I saw Good Boy with the dog. I thought that was pretty cool. It was interesting, just like how the presence was interesting, how it was like a different perspective from like other than like your normal horror films. And I was rooting for the dog, and the dog was cool. I also finished Alien Earth. I thought the ending was very lackluster, very disappointing with that one. Peacemaker season 2 was cool. I still think I like season 1 more. Season 2 was alright, but it was there was like a lot of lulls and stuff like that. Then besides that, the next thing I been watching is Welcome to Derry, and man, let me tell you, now that's a good show. It's good stuff. What about you? What have you been up to?
Since our last break, I saw Tron Ares with my family. I thought that movie was kind of disappointing. I cannot lie. The visuals were great. The score was great, but the movie as a story, it wasn't there. It was not there. We saw Chainsaw Man, the movie.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that. Yep.
Yeah, we saw Chainsaw, the Raise arc. Amazing movie. Absolutely loved it. Made me start reading the manga. I've also been more on my anime binge. I haven't been watching movies lately. I've been more on animes. I started watching Dandadan. That one's pretty fire. I'm enjoying that. And yeah, I also watched Alien Earth. I was a little bit... I enjoyed it. I really liked the first half and what it was going for, but I felt like the ending, like that last episode was lackluster a bit. But because they ended it in a way where it's like we might get a season 2, but it's not even confirmed yet. So it's one of those things where I'm like, okay. Like you better confirm a season 2. Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. I'm so vested.
I'm going to throw a little curveball. This is a little bit different. I've been playing Dispatch.
You what?
Move this man!
That's like a story-based decision game where it's just, it's like a TV show, but you're playing a game. It's kind of great. It's great. Check it out if you like that type of stuff. But yeah, that's what I've been doing lately. So that's what I watched lately. Yeah, life has been lifing for us, so... It's been a little hectic. Andrew went on a trip to California. I had to do some other stuff as well. I had family come over, and it was just like our schedule. I got sick, so it was like one of those things where life was lifing, dude.
Yeah. So much has happened that I forgot about like all those other prior things like in a short amount of time. But blessed to be alive. But besides that, you just want to jump into our spoiler-free review?
Yeah, go for it. If you want to do a little quick recap of what the movie is and the premise.
Okay, yeah, so Predator Badlands. It's by, what's that guy's name? Trachtenbach, the director? Dan Trachtenberg. But yeah, no, he did Prey. He did Prey, Hunter of Hunters too, awesome, some of that. So going in, I'm a Predator fan. I love the Predator. I love the franchise. I have a lot of feelings about some of the later films about that I just do not agree with because I'm a huge fan, like I say, Dread's partly why I got him, but, and stuff like that. But this movie, I was definitely excited going in, and while watching it, I was like, hell yeah. This is my shit, because it's like, without going into like spoilers, it's, if you're a fan of the series, you've always wanted like that deeper lore from the Yacha and stuff like that, because like in the normal movies it's just like kind of like a slasher action flick. The Predator doesn't have much like you don't know the reason other why he's like hunting these people and stuff like that. You know, like he's just like some weird alien creature and stuff like that. They go into the little bits of lore in like the later films, but not much more. But this film, you know, you get the full backstory on the Yautja clan, on their one of their home worlds or planets and stuff like that, and like what they're all about, you know. And it's like it just gives you that deep like lore that I love from like the Predator and Alien franchise, like we got with like Prometheus and Alien Covenant and stuff like that. And I was also very surprised, and I liked how, because like this Predator compared to like other Predators, the other Predators were all done practically, you know. They had like a mask that was like controlled by like 4 or 5 people for like the like little facial expressions they were able to do. But like since they relied more heavily on CGI in this film, which at first I was a little worried about, but like it was done so well that like how they're able to like convey so much like emotion and like through like this alien being that you really have like no like connection with because we're humans and stuff like that, but it's like through his eyes, like the way he was like able to move his like mandibles and shit like that. It was very cool and stuff like that. So I really appreciated that, and the film was so good from my opinion that like it made me forget that it was like PG-13 and owned by Disney. You know, I was just locked in from the start, from the opening scene that's like about like 10-15 minutes that gives you Dex's like backstory more or less, and like I was just like fuck yeah. You know, just like the whole time just like yeah, it's something like that. But yeah, what you think?
I really enjoyed it. I mean, as you mentioned, this guy directed Prey, which I thought was a really good Predator movie, because Prey came right after the 2018 version, which, that is probably my least favorite Predator movie. That shit is dog shit, dude.
Hated it, dude.
That is probably, because, like, if you look at it, Predator 1, classic. That's a classic. Predator 2, either you love it, you're okay with it, it's one of those things, right?
Yep.
After that, that's where you get Alien and Predator, those two movies, whatever.
Yep.
I enjoy 2010 Predator, the one where the people are in the island and the aliens are like basically, Predator are hunting them down. 2010 with Brody.
They're on the planet or whatever. Yeah. Adrian Brody. Yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah, that one's decent. And then we got 2018, which was dog shit, which is crazy because that was directed by Shane Black, who was in the first Predator movie. But back to this one, it's like, all right, made Prey. I like what he did here. I like what they're doing. Killers of Killers. Okay, we're expanding on the Yautja and the Predator. I like we got the different time periods: Japan, Vikings, World War II, and then this is his third outing in the Predator, and I like how he's swinging for different ways. This time we're focusing on a Predator themselves, right? You know, they speak. We see the subtitles, right? Basically, you're reading it every time Dax is speaking. And that's our main protagonist in this movie, which is it's cool because, you know, when you see them in other movies, it's like, oh, cool. You know, they're just killers. But here, it's more of like a personality. Like we're giving them a personality, which I thought was like cool. Like you're seeing him interact with other characters. Like in the trailer, it showed that from the Alien universe, they're bringing the what are those robots called again? The synthetics.
Synthetics. Yep. Synthetics.
Yeah. So they brought in synthetics from the Alien franchise because, you know, everyone is low key expecting that next, like, an Alien Predator crossover. Like both franchises have been getting better. So I was like, yeah, I'm on board. I thought the story was like good. I really liked it. You know, it's from the trailers because I don't want to give away spoilers. It's basically he's like the runt of his pack, and his dad's like, "You're useless. We don't need you." And he basically has to prove himself. So he's like, "I'm gonna go to the most dangerous planet in our solar system or whatever, and I'm gonna go kill the biggest monster that even you're scared of." So you're basically seeing him learn and build skills and interact with robots. And as you mentioned, I did notice it was PG-13. I didn't know that afterwards, but when looking back, explains why. Because there's no humans. Everyone is synthetic, so they're able to get away with the slashing, and their blood is white, so it's not like red. So it's like they're able to get away with PG-13. So Disney was like, we're gonna give you all the violence you want, but it's gonna be white.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yep. Brilliant
so
move.
I really
Brilliant
like
move
her
on their part.
Hey, Disney, I'm not complaining, but once a Predator movie is killing humans, I'm gonna need that in VR. Yeah. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed it. Story was great. The moments were great. It was even funny at parts. The action was cool as shit, dude. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
It's like some of the fights when it was Yaocha on Yaocha. Oh my god, dude.
Pause. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yaocha.
Even
yo. Crazy.
I mean, overall, I thought it was cool. I thought solid. If you're a Predator fan, I feel like you're gonna like this. If you don't, it's one of those things where I was like, I want to know what a person won't like from this movie. Maybe because it's Disney-fied, they might say it's like, oh, they Disney-fied it.
Yeah,
if you think about it,
or whatever.
Oh, I know what people might not like in this movie, and it's gonna be the little side plot with. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
So, yeah, but we'll get that into spoilers because I enjoyed that storyline, but I can see people being like, "Why are we doing this?" And the synthetic as well. I can see people not liking that, but I enjoyed those two storylines. But we'll discuss those. So yeah, overall, I think I gave it a 4 out of 5 in my letterbox.
Okay, yeah, I gave it a 5, but like I said, I'm a Predator stan. You know, I love the universe and stuff like that. I really liked Ella Fanning's acting. She played as the synthetic. I thought she did really good. You know, it's really interesting to see how actors utilize playing the synthetics in the alien world and like the different ways they like to portray those characters. We had what's our man's
like
name?
David
Andy
Magneto.
Yeah.
The guy who played Magneto. Yeah.
Yeah, we had David.
Michael Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender. Then we had our boy who played Andy for Momulus. Then we had like the ones from the classic Alien films and stuff like that. So it's always interesting, different actors' takes, and you know, but it's also tied to like the writing and stuff like that. Then the guy who played Deck, his name is Demetrius Schuster. I thought he did really good. I'd be interested to see how they like did that. He probably was wearing like a mocap suit or something like that like tracked his facial movements and something like that, you know. But I gave it a 5. Was not disappointed. Left the theater just like excited and ready for life, just to go kick life's ass and stuff like that, dude. Like, just yeah. It was beautiful. But I'm more excited to talk about the spoilers because you know we can go more in depth and stuff like that.
All right, perfect. So that is our non-spoiler section of Predator Badlands. So we're gonna jump into spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, this is your time to like the video, put it on your saves later, and come back. But because we're gonna discuss spoilers, so the beginning of this movie really starts with our main guy, Dax. That's his name, right? Dax.
It's either Deck or Dex. It's
Dex. Is it Dex?
Yeah, it's either. I think it's pronounced Dex. Yeah. I'm looking at the IMDb. Yeah.
All right, so it starts with Dex, and you see that he's basically hunting someone, and he fights another Yaocha just to find out later that it's his older brother. His older brother is basically training him because, as we notice, he's the runt. Dex is the youngest of his pack, and his father's like, "You're a weakling, dude. We don't need you. We don't need you."
He straight up said, "Why isn't it done? You were supposed to kill him. You should have done it while I was sleeping." Just like, what?
His dad is just talking straight shit in front of him. It's literally Dex, his older brother, and then he's just like, "I thought I told you to kill him, dude." Like, I was like, that's crazy. Because, like,
he looks at his brother
throughout
like,
the friend. Yeah. And then eventually he does put him in that trap, right? Or his father does. His father does. Yeah, because, like, throughout the franchises, we've learned, like, Predators never really gave emotion. Like, outside of Lost, maybe I'm trying to think about, like, in Alien versus Predator, you know, with their comrades and stuff like that. Remember? With
the only emotions we've seen from them, really, unless we go into, like, the 2018 one, which I can't remember, mostly it's just, like, the thrill, the hunt. I guess they express, like, pain, you know, when they get hurt or when they're, like, healing themselves. They always, like, that. Or when the original Predator was defeated, he replayed that laughing sound. So, that could be seen as
like you beat me? Yeah, you beat me.
Yeah, you beat me. Just like the fun of like he just the love of the game, so like that.
Yeah.
So we get a little bit of emotions to him, but not too much, Definitely not a lot.
Yeah, this movie you get hella emotion from
Yep.
Dax, bro. Or
Yep.
Cause this is where we get the scene where basically his dad's like kill him to the older brother, and then he's like, nah, I'm not gonna do that, because prior to that it's where we get the scene where it's like, all right, you have to prove yourself, and Dax is like, I'm gonna go to this main planet, I'm gonna kill the biggest dude, even who our father is scared of, which I'm like,
his brother's like, you're not gonna do that shit. It's like,
yeah,
what are you talking about?
So I'm just I'm trying to find the father's name as well. His father's name.
Oh, I think he just called him father. I think maybe it might
father?
be written somewhere. I think he's always referred to him as father.
Oh yeah, because the brother's name was Kiwe.
Quay.
Quay.
Yeah, it was Quay.
Yeah.
Kwei.
Yeah.
Yeah, Quay.
And
Quay.
and that's when Quay's like, I'm not killing my brother. Lets him go from the trap that his dad puts him in. Puts him in the ship. And he's like, all right, Dad, 1v1 me, dude. And I was like, bodied. Damn, bro. Well, his dad's a cheater as hoe, bro. No, his dad cheated. He went invisible, which that's kind of a callback to Prey, because when the Prey was getting when he was getting his ass beat in that movie, what did he do immediately? Invisible. Bitch, move.
But the Yacha, they see it as they wouldn't see it as cheating. They see it as like using a tool, a tool in the hunt, in the battle and stuff like that. Because I feel like they are too prideful in their culture to like cheat. They're very prideful, so they would just see it as just using a tool. Another weapon they can use, like the wrist blades, like the shoulder rocket, shoulder laser and stuff like that, and just see it as a tool. That's one thing I really like the movie, but just like how we were saying in the spoiler free, just like how we got more of the backstory into their culture, how they're just like they live in clans, and it's all about like survival of the fittest, more or less. The strongest rise to the top, and like any sign of like weakness is just seen. It's just like cold and getting rid of. That's why Dex was looked down upon, because he was the smallest of his kind. He wasn't as strong, wasn't as fast. When he was fighting his brother, you could tell that like he wasn't as experienced as his brother, and his brother was just kind of toying with him, just trying to train him up, and his father just hated everything about it because it made their clan look weak to the other predators, and it's all just about like being the toughest, strongest, stuff like that. So that's why he's like, why did you kill him? I told you. But yeah, we get the scene where he stands up for his brother, which was very touching. It's because like we get like these Shakespearean human interactions portrayed over these predators, and stuff like that, civil rivalry, father issues, daddy issues, and stuff like that, not feeling like you're not good enough, for your family and for your father. But yeah, so like his brother saves his life, pushes him in the ship, does his little thing, and his dying effort sends him off in the rocket, and like his dad is like looking Dex in the eyes as he like cuts his brother's head off and like holds it. I was just like, damn, dude. And that's like the first 5, 10, like 15 minutes.
That's like
it's
like the first 10 minutes of the movie, honestly, bro. Because there's that training scene, them talking in the ship, and then immediately dad pulls up and kills the older brother. I'm like, damn, he don't even get more screen time. Dead body immediately, dude.
And that's his backstory. Yep.
And then we get to the planet, and that's basically where we see him like, all right, he lands in this planet, and immediately, I think the shots of that world were like, holy shit, dude. Like, landscape.
Wait. Let's back up. He didn't land. He crashed onto the planet, because the ship got like messed up. And like, from the jump, everything on the planet just wants to kill him. Like, his ship like broke in like the upper atmosphere, and he's like did this ejection pod, or it fell apart or something like that. And like as he's falling, the bird tries to kill him. So like that, and like crash lands. Then you see him, and he's like, oh, okay. He like gets into the zone. He's like, okay, yeah, I gotta like kill the Kalisk. I gotta kill the Kalisk, and I gotta show father that I ain't a punk. and gotta avenge my brother. So he's like gearing up in the forest and stuff like that. He's getting his weapons. You have his little montage. Then the trees try to kill him. They start stealing his shit, and they try
Some
to
tree
kill
monsters,
him.
yeah.
Tree monsters, and it's just like it just sets up the world. I'm sure it was so fun to like just make this film and like come up with like the different like animals, environments, and biomes. That just like you were able to bring to screen that just want to kill Dex. That he has to overcome. Because like those tree monsters were crazy. They were cool.
It felt like I was watching Kong Skull Island for a bit, with all the like they were able to explore different type of monsters, right? There was the tree, there was the bird, there was the main monster that he was trying to kill. Little like a lizard, little lizards.
Little,
even
water things.
Even like poison things. Because eventually like he's making his way through this planet. And that's where he eventually does run into the synthetic Thea, or is it Tessa? It's Thea, right?
Let me look real quick. It's one of the two. Thea.
Yeah, because she plays two. So Thea, she's like cut in half. She's just like chilling. Like I wouldn't know what she was doing just there chilling, right? And then eventually,
just hanging around.
Eventually, she's like, "Hey, I know what you are." Able to switch her mind, so. This is cool. This was cool. So she speaks English. He hears Yautja, but we hear the language you're listening to. Which I was like, okay, that's smart. That's smart. And that's when she was like, I will help you.
Translator, because like. Yep. Yeah,
yeah,
that was cool.
Like,
because like up to this point, it was all subtitles for when the Yautja talk and stuff like that. But like she was able to, because she's a Weyland-Yutani synthetic universal translator. Because I guess this is some point in the universe where Weyland-Yutani, I guess they're probably not as concerned with a xenomorph. They're looking for like other things, and they know what a predator is by now, So they got it down to a science where they can like translate its language. So I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, like you were saying.
Yeah, and this is kind of where you get the storyline of Deck being like, I don't need nobody. I just do myself, That's what we're made to. And then this is kind of where I was like, Thea's like, well, you got to be in a pack, You got to be with some people. Well, that conversation comes in later, but she's setting the seeds of like, you could do stuff like use me as a tool, right? Yep. Rather than like use me as a partner. And she's like, you know what? If you're a tool, yeah, sure, I'll help you out. And after that, that's where, they're doing, you get different scenarios, right? There is the poison flowers throwing darts. Then you have the grass, which is like glass almost.
The razor grass. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like you get different scenarios in the movie where it's like you're exploring the areas of this planet. And with the glass grass, which is kind of crazy. That's where we get introduced with another character. His name is Bud.
Bud. Bud.
Yeah. Her name is Bud, and she was definitely the comedic relief. I mean, Thea was also a comedic relief as well, because they had.
For sure. Guys. I could see that's where some people might get like hung up on the Disney aspect, because I feel like that's like where the Disney aspect really showed, is when Thea showed up, because she was just like making joke after joke after joke after joke and stuff like that. And at first I was like, oh no, hopefully it's not gonna like get really cheesy, but I feel like it evened itself out, because I feel like in the movie you need like some kind of like human like aspect to like connect with. It's kind of hard to with like Yautja, because our culture's not similar. So I guess she was that like link for us, the viewers, to feel some kind of like human connection when stuff like that. But it definitely leveled itself off, because like at first I was like, oh no, but keep going.
No, I mean that's basically where it is. We get introduced with Bud, and it's like that also becomes a comedic relief. She's basically like almost like a Sonic type character. She's like able to armor herself. She's rolling through the grass like if she's Sonic. That's what I thought. I was like, bro, she's copying Sonic. Yeah, and once again, Bud helps Deck and it's like, oh, okay. And then
Yep.
eventually Bud starts following them
Yep.
to like their eating ground. And this was a funny moment. Fucking Bud spit on deck, which does come back later as well. And I went, oh,
Yeah,
man,
it was
literally
gross.
just sprayed him down, dude. I was like, yeah.
like,
Deck's like,
sneezed,
what
spit
the
in his
fuck, bro?
face. And Theo's like, oh yeah, you're part of her clan, some of that, because that's one of the reoccurring like things in the film, like the clan family, having your own tribe and some of that themes.
Building your own, finding people like you, yeah.
Yep. Definitely.
And then I guess we could touch on Thea as well, because this is kind of where we get some of her backstory as well, where you find out like she is Yutani.
Oh, for sure.
She landed here for a purpose. She's also here trying to like her and her group was also here to hunt down the big bad creature, but they got teared apart. That's why she's like missing half of her legs. She's missing basically her waist down for a majority of the movie. And that's where we get introduced to Tessa, which is like her sister almost. So these are synthetics that have emotions. And the reason they have emotions is so they could understand the creatures on this planet and how they may feel. So you see that Thea's like, yeah, Tessa was my sister. I care about her. And she's kind of showing those emotions to Deck as well. So we get a little trio right there. But then fucking Deck is like, we're going to leave Bud here. Peace out. Yeah. takes Thea and leaves Bud. I was like, oh, what the fuck?
I was hurt, dude. I was hurt.
Yeah. Because he like, Bud was copying his movement. He was looking at him like, I like the way you moving, bro.
Yeah, Bud was cute.
He was like, Bud was stretching. That's literally a Disney thing right there. You always have like
that's the creature. Disney. Yeah,
they did it in Jurassic World.
Yep.
They did in Jurassic World with that fucking little dinosaur she put in her backpack. I was like, if you think about it, it's a very common little thread.
Yep.
That's gonna sell toys, bro. That's gonna sell toys.
Sell toys. Like I was saying, like with the comedy at first, I was worried about that too, but like I said, it evens itself all out in the end. It doesn't. It's a film that's like serious, but it doesn't take itself too seriously almost, and it rides in that perfect balance for sure.
Yeah, then like after that, that's where we get to introduce. We get to see a little bit of Tessa. As you can see, Tessa was like,
that's right.
Tessa was like beat to shreds, and they basically rebuild her. They're like, continue your
mother.
mission. Yeah, to their mother, which I wonder who that is. And then
that's the
Tessa's
that's
out
the
here.
computer that in the Alien universe is Mother, the one they always like talk to when they're like reporting to the company. It's like the company AI they report to, humans and synthetics.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because Tessa is basically just following the steps of Deck and his group. She's basically like going to his ship. She found his weapons, and she's like, she noticed with one of the weapons, you need your thumbprint. If not, it goes into like ice. It like ices your whole like body, right? Explodes. It's like, oh, you're not a predator. Explodes on you.
It's like an ice grenade. I think some like pretty much.
Oh, you think it's an ice grenade?
Like I think it's just like an ice grenade. Just freezes things because she like pressed it. She was trying to see what it does, and I think it like froze her hand a little bit. That's what she's like, oh, okay, it's like an ice grenade and stuff like that. But basically, like before that, just to like her motivations is because like you said, we see her. She's like beat to shreds, and she like gets plugged into a machine that rebuilds her. But while she's being rebuilt, she's talking to Mother. Mother's like, oh, do not fail again. You have to get the callus, or else you will be decommissioned and stuff like that. You got to stop the Yacha because the Yacha wants what we want, which is the callus, the monster they're hunting. Because Wayland Yutani, I guess in this timeline, they're not so focused with the xenomorph. They're going for other things. So they're going after the callus to like make medicines. $1 trillion company. It's a corporation. It wants to like get things, biological specimens to either make war weapons or like medical treatments and stuff like that. So that's basically Tessa's main like arc or motivations almost. She just doesn't want to fail because she doesn't want to be decommissioned by Mother and the Wayland Yutani Corporation.
Yeah, she's mission focused really. She's like, I'm mission focused. And then after that you get Deck, who actually then gets to the area where Thea base was before the attack with the monster, the creature. And hey, Deck put up a good fight. He actually did defeat it. He defeated actually.
He did.
And that's where you get to see that this monster was OP, bro. It gets to like regenerate hella. You can chop off its head because that's what Deck did in the fight, and it just comes back together and grows. And you're just like, oh, like this is cheating. This is not fair. I was like, it's cheating, bro.
Yeah, he's putting that work in though. Yep.
I mean,
then from there, cause like when he got there, he plugged Thea in because she got her legs back, and when she plugged herself back in, she did a distress beacon to Tessa because she's all about getting back to Tessa because that's her sister, her bestie, and she's like, oh, I love her more or less, but I mean, she's a machine, she can't really love, but then she's like, oh, you gotta get out of here, Deck. That's when she reveals to him that she was kind of using him, and he was hurt, dude. He was shook. He's like, you used me? I used you. You tool, I used you. he was hurt, dude. She hurt his feelings. So like that.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
That's when he did that fucking I'm not gonna lie, it was badass. That's where Deck fucking made that explosion in slow mode, walked away from the explosion, and did the scream. I was like, it should be corny, but I was like, fuck, that's so cool, bro.
Yeah. She hurt bro feeling so much that he just had to like flex on him real quick just to get like his aura back.
Aura fart, bro. Aura fart.
He's like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
That was great. But from there, I'm trying to remember because he got
caught.
So he got caught. That's when he got caught by Tessa. Doing that because they caught him lacking.
She used
much.
the grenades. She used the ice grenades. He gets captured, and that's where Tessa was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna experiment on this guy now." Like Yutani basically wants him now too. Like, oh, we caught a Yautja. Yeah, we're gonna experiment with this dude. And Thea's like, "No, that's my friend. No."
Yeah.
Once again, the Disney-fied. That's my friend. I've only known him for 2 days. That's my friend.
Yep. But they also tied in some deeper elements there because like we saw the dynamic between Thea and Tessa, how it was kind of similar. They were like juxtaposing it between Dex and Quay, his older brother, how like Thea was looking up to Tessa like, oh yeah, I made it my way back to you, and stuff like that. She looked up to her, but like Tessa had like this cold, non-empathy towards Thea, and she was like, nah, we're really not sisters. And compared to like Dex and Quay, it was much different. Quay had a lot more love and compassion for his younger brother, so much so that he sacrificed his own life for it. But like when the chips came down for like Tessa to Thea, she wasn't having it, and that's when
she's like, I got my mission.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's like, I got the mission and some of that. You're soft, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
you're not my sister. I was like, damn, go easy on her.
Yep. And so Thea, what's it called? Frees Dex so he can like escape and falls off the back of the ship and rolls off. And that's when he goes.
The CGI there was bad, by the way, real quick.
It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. There's only a couple spots, but I was locked in, so.
No, yeah, and that's kind of where we get. They shut down Thea for the bit. They unplugged her, and that's where Deck goes on. Basically everything that he learned up to this point of the movie, he starts getting prepared because during the fight with the main creature, the first fight with Dex. This goes back to the storyline with Bud. Bud spit on Deck, and the monster hesitated. He didn't kill him because there was a point where he would have been killed, but it's like she stopped because we find out that it's a woman. She stopped and was like, "Oh shit!" And that's when the ice thing happened. Because it comes to find out that Bud, the little creature that we knew, It's basically the daughter to the main creature, and that's where like they're connected, right? They're a pack, and I guess that's where we also get the conversation too that we skipped about Thea telling Deck that the wolf pack. You know, you have the main wolf who protects his pack, right? Which that also comes out later because does he call himself Wolf, like his code name?
I think so. Yeah, because like the movie essentially is like a buddy movie. You know, it's Thea, Bud, and Dex. You know, going on this like adventure and stuff like that. And like the whole time, Thea is just like talking to like Dex, trying to learn more about him and his culture. And he's all like, "Oh, he's just talking like we're Yacha. You know, we use tools, but we hunt alone." Any kind of weakness, like emotion or sympathy, stuff like that, is just seen as weakness. And she's all like talking to him, well, you know, because like the main reason why he left Bud was because Yacha hunt alone. But she's like, oh, you know, she saved your life and stuff like that. So she told him a story about like the alpha on Earth, about wolves, how they hunt in packs, and how the strongest like, you know, look after like the weakest and stuff like that. And Dex like, well, I'll be like the leader that like kills the most or something like that. So, you know, but he likes the story and it sticks with him. So he goes, he finds Bud, he finds his ship, you know, and stuff like that. He gets some tools and stuff like that. Then he like builds his own like little pack in his clan by getting Bud. He goes back through. It's basically him learning how to use like his environment to like achieve his hunt. He's getting like the exploding plants to mix with the exploding bugs. He gets those like little lizards that spit water or that turns out to be like acid or something like that. And so it's like his like shoulder cannon and stuff like that. And he builds his like arsenal up so he can go free Thea and free the Calisk, which is Bud's mom and stuff like that. And man, the last like section of the film, dude. That last act, dude, fire, dude.
Yeah, fire. Right. You get Deck going crazy mode, bro. He's out here killing. This is where we get full domination and destruction for the synthetics, and because they're robots and their blood is white, PG-13. But I'm cool with it because it still worked though. You know, Deck was going stupid, bro, killing everybody. The lizard too, like acid melted the guy's whole like thing. Oh, bro, cool ass action scenes, bro. I was like, Do you think this has the best Predator action sequences in any movie?
Probably, just because it's from the perspective of a Predator. It's the most we've seen like of a Predator in like a film itself, you know, because they're always like some shadowy background figure, you know. And the most we see of them like with extended periods amounts of time is at the end, you know. But this we get like the Predator the whole time, so I would say so probably. Maybe outside of AVP, probably.
Yeah, and then Tessa. So Dex is hunting while Bud helps out Thea, and Thea gets her body back together, and them two release the main creature. And this is kind of where we get to Kaiju mode, bro, because Tessa gets in the machine, almost like from Alien 2. Where Ripley gets in that one machine with the robot to fight the queen. That kind of what Tessa uses a bit. And she's fighting Deck. And Deck it's a big ass machine, bruh. He's trying to do his best with the limited equipment he got. And you know, he's getting his ass beat. I think he was almost about to die. And that's where we get the creature, the big mom. Yeah, and we get the mom, and she starts fucking the shit up of Tessa's machine, dude. And I mean, like, you're just like, oh wow, this kaiju shit right here, which I was like, hell yeah. And, you know, this movie is just basically hell yeah, this shit is cool. Like when you think about it, you're like, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude, for sure. That's how I can sum it up too.
It was like if a friend recommends, hey, you want to watch Predator Badlands? Well, like, what is it about? Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
like,
dude, that's what it's about.
Dude. It's one of those, bro.
Yeah.
And like, it has like good meanings and shit in there too. And yeah, I mean that battle was with fire. This is where I thought it was. I was like, damn, this sucks. So they do defeat Tessa. All of them together.
Yep.
And the creature eats Tessa.
Yep.
Tessa still had those ice grenades. And like there's a moment where the mom finally gets to see her daughter butt again. They have a moment.
Yep.
They like touch and they're like, yeah. She goes to deck. They have a moment. You're in my clan. And you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch that gets blown up from the inside with these ice grenades.
Yep.
I was like,
Yep.
oh, nah.
Hey, oh, dude, I was like, oh man, aim regenerating from that. Then you see Bud just like,
Look at this.
I was like, no.
holding her mom. No.
Yeah, holding the ashes, just like no. Oh, it was sad, dude.
And then
from
I think Thea kills Tessa, right? I think she does it with the, or Deck does the final blow. I think Deck does the final blow.
Yeah, because Deck is knocked out, and Thea stands up. Tessa stands up, and she has the shoulder cannon still, and she goes to like shoot Thea. Then I think Dex kills her. Or is it Bud? I think Dex kills her. Then no, Dex stabs her, and she like falls, and he takes her cannon back, and he's like, "That's not yours." Then Bud rips her skull out. Bud rips her skull out and does the.
Oh yeah, and does the little thing.
Yeah. Cause like from like most of the movie, Dex is hunting the Calisk, which is Bud's mom. But then after a while, he sees that the real prey, the real trophy he's going for is Tessa, 'cause she's like the real thing that's been giving him problems, causing him struggles and some of that. So he's like, oh, that's my trophy. So they win. You see them fly back to his home world. He lands in front of his dad's crib, and his dad walks out.
I think they were still in his planet. I think they were still in their main planet, right? Or what? Did they go back to?
No. They went back because they were in the ship and they flew down because like that was a totally different planet. So he goes back to his dad's crib, and like all the predators are standing out there, and his dad's like, it was a huge time skip as it turned out to be, as we saw.
Because when you look at Bud later, yeah.
Juiced to the gills, and his dad's like, what are you doing back here? What are you doing? And he's like, and he throws Tessa's robotic synthetic skull on the ground. He's like, what is this? Is it a joke? And he's like, it's time for me to kill you. And they have a battle. He's like, because he wants to get his cloak. That's the main thing. Is like for him to like come back with a good trophy that earns him his cloak, which he really it's what he wants. So with that, he's like, I've come for my cloak. So they have a battle, and he cooks his dad. He cooks him. He's got like his weapons are like still kind of like fashioned from like the Gemma. I think it was called Gemma, the planet. And like he's got like the razor glass as his like wrist blades and stuff like that. He cooks him, and like before he finishes him, he does the same thing.
Cuts off his arm too, just like they hit his brother.
Cuts off his arm, puts him in that like trap that his dad put him in, and kills him. Yeah.
Well, but his dad did go invisible again, like he did on his brother.
Oh, yeah.
But Deck was able to counter that by basically going to his ship and shoot like gravel. So it's basically so basically he's able to see his dad, because once again I think his dad's a fucking fraud. Man goes invisible twice for his sons, and then but he was like, I got you this time. And right before though he is trapped, his dad goes, maybe I did kill the right son. I went, what?
Yeah.
I was like, you can't say
crazy,
that,
dude.
He's like, you cannot say that when you're about to die.
Yeah. He's like, heal now and get your rightful position in the clan. He's like, I have my clan, and kills him. Then we see that Bud is like a bigger callus now, like its mom. Not quite as big, but it's like in a more mature stage than we see Thea. And he's like, this is my clan.
Group.
Yep, teenage group. Then he like goes to his dad's wrist thing, gets his like cloak, turns invisible, turns back. Then he looks at Thea. Then Thea, they say something. Then like all the predators walk out. They like get their blades out and stuff like that. And she's like, "Oh, is it trouble?" And like you see a ship fly down. He's like, "Oh, friends of yours?" He's like, "No, it's mother." Just like, oh no.
Oh, you're like, if you thought your dad was bad, your mom's gonna be worse, bruh. Her mom is probably like the queen and shit too. I own all this. Nah, yeah, and that's basically the whole movie right there, man. That shit was fun, dude. It just kept building and building. I was like, hell yeah.
Yep. It's number 2, I think, on my list now. Yep, I think it's number 2.
I have to see. I think it is in my top 10. I think it is. It is in my top 10. I just have to like organize it.
Yep. It was a great time though. I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna buy it first thing when it comes out on Blu-ray. Shit, I might even try to get like a box set of all the movies and throw away the 2018 version in the trash. You know.
No, bro, I'll take that one, bro. I'll take that one.
Yeah, I'll just
put it right. I'll put it in the background of my movie collection. I'll put it like in a frame.
Yeah, the worst movies ever made. Put it up there with Joker 2, Megalopolis. You know. Battlefield Earth.
you know, man. I've seen there's a couple of horrible movies, man.
Oh yeah, it could be a big wall piece.
No, yeah, 2018 it just sucks, yo. 2018 sucks, bro. Man, but we don't gotta get into that, bro. Maybe we'll do a tier list of like worst movies, and we'll try to do our best, or like the ones that we don't like. You know?
Oh yeah.
That could be fun.
It could be fun. But thank you guys very much. This has been our review of Predator Badlands. I'm Andrew. That's Alex. So you guys know the drill. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And we'll catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.